Hey everybody, I'm Provost and you're watching Provost Park Pass, and today I'm at EPCOT and I'm gonna give you 5 secrets that you did not know about EPCOT. Let's do this. Here I am, guys, at EPCOT, and this EPCOT is amazing. I love it. And EPCOT's really divided into 2 areas. You got what's kind of like the future world. Think of it like the number 8, and then the bottom half of the number 8 is the World Showcase. Almost everything I'm going to be showing you today is in the World Showcase, because that's my favorite part of EPCOT. So let's get to the top 5 amazing secrets you don't know about EPCOT. All right, so we are in EPCOT, but do you know what's right next to EPCOT? Hollywood Studios. That's right, and Hollywood Studios has a very amazing attraction called Tower of Terror. And Tower of Terror is very tall. The problem is it's too tall and it interferes with the EPCOT eye line. So what do? We make it match. Let me show you. All right, so behind me, you can see the beautiful showcase. You can see the Morocco. Morocco is one of the countries that is represented here. You see beautiful Morocco. Now here's the problem, is the Tower of Terror is right behind Morocco. So what do? When they built the Tower of Terror, the back side of the Tower of Terror, they designed it to look like Morocco, so it perfectly blends in with the aesthetics of Morocco. What? Let me say it again. So they took the back of Tower of Terror, made it look like Morocco, so that way the Tower of Terror perfectly blends in with Morocco. Check it out. Disney doesn't want the Tower of Terror encroaching upon Morocco. They got to make it look like Morocco, and that's what they did. How cool is that? That's the number 5 secret you didn't know here at EPCOT. All right, now let's move on to number 4. Now, if you want to see that view of yourself of the Tower of Terror in Morocco, it's pretty easy. It's right before you enter into Mexico. Mexico's right there. There's a nice little landing right here, and bam, pow, there's Morocco and the Tower of Terror. It's really cool. Oh my gosh, you look so good. I love the umbrella. Great umbrella. All right, so I need to talk a little bit about EPCOT and the World Showcase. It's got 11 different countries, but there are certain rules that these countries have to abide by. Did you know that? Rules. And what are the rules? Well, they all have the same footprint as space goes. And number 2, all the buildings, they have to be at the exact same height. That way the Eiffel Tower in France can't be taller than something in a different country. They all have to max out at the exact same height. That way one country's not towering over another country. Now you might be asking yourself, Chris, why are you telling me this? Well, you'll find out when we get to number 2. So the number 2 coolest secret you didn't know. All right, let's continue on to number 4, coolest secret you didn't know here at EPCOT. Remember how I was saying like all of them are about the same height? They are, because there's the Eiffel Tower. There you go, look at that. See, there's Japan. They all max out at the same height. That way all the countries are equal, as it should be, as it is. All right, so now we are in Canada. Oh, Canada, we love you, oh Canada. Canada is very unique in the World Showcase because it has the most open space of all the lands. So remember, they all have the same size footprint, but Canada, they've opted to have this beautiful gardens. That's not the secret I want to show you. I just think it's cool, so let's look at the gardens. Then I'm going to show you this number 4 secret, which is located in Canada, but it's not the open space Canada part. It's a different part of Canada. I'll show you that part of Canada in just a moment because Canada's awesome. Now, this is the Victoria Gardens here in the Canada World Showcase. You'll notice how open it is because Canada opted to have open space because their country is lots of wide open spaces. Yeah, so it's awesome. Okay, so the number 4 amazing secret here at EPCOT is a hidden Mickey located here in Canada. Behind me, you're gonna see this amazing totem pole. There's a hidden Mickey on it. Let me show it to you. Here's this amazing totem pole. If you look all the way up right here, below the very top, below the elbow, what do you see? A hidden Mickey right there. How cool is that? I love that hidden Mickey. Most people don't even notice it. All right, so now we got to go into the number 3 best secret here at EPCOT that you don't know, and that's located in the England Pavilion. Jolly old England. Ha ha ha. Pip pip, you know, cheerio. I love that. England has a lot of history. The country's been around for a very long time. I think one of the famous sayings is that in England, they think 100 miles is far, and in America, we think 100 years is a long time. But in England, 100 years is like nothing. So let me show you something really cool that the Imagineers did when they were designing England to represent that history. Here we are in jolly old England, and you'll notice the first building here has a thatched roof. That thatched roof, and you got a little bit of like the tutoring on the front of it, the thatched roof, that would have been taking place around the 1600s in England. Then if you move over to the next house, you'll see you got a little more like an English Tudor. This here would have taken place in around the 1700s. So this is progression of about 100 years. And then moving on to the next one over there, you'll see that that's even a little bit nicer. That would have been about the 1800s progression there, from the 1800s, 1700s to the 1600s. How cool is that? As you can see the building here, if you look up, you're gonna see these 3 chimneys. And if you look at the top of the chimneys, they're black because of soot. Because England used to have lots of coal burning back in the day, and everything was black and sooty back in the day. So they wanted to show that. How cool. I love that they did that here. Aha! So that was the number 3 thing, cool secret here at Epcot you didn't know, at the England Pavilion. Let's keep moving on, guys. Let's keep on trucking on. All right, so now we're about to do the number 2 coolest secret here at Epcot that you don't know. Remember how at the beginning of this video I talked about the height requirements. The height requirements of buildings. That buildings couldn't be taller. That each country has to have the same height of buildings. Well, it's 5 stories. That's the max. And all the countries, they maxed out theirs because everyone wants theirs to be as tall as it can be. So it's 5 stories. There's a problem though in America. Bum, bum, bum. Here we are walking into the American Pavilion. You see this great building right here. And you'll notice this building here is 3 stories tall. Floor 1, 2, 3, 3 stories tall. But actually, it's 5 stories tall. So, back in the colonial times, they did not have the technology to be able to build a 5-story building. The highest, tallest building they could build would be a 3-story building. So they wanted to kind of honor a tradition showing a 3-story building. But if they really would have built it at 3 stories, all the other countries would have dwarfed the United States. So they used forced perspective. You guys know what forced perspective is, right? It's most commonly used where they make things like the windows smaller up top to make the buildings look taller. Like a Haunted Mansion, they do that. A Disneyland Castle, they do that. They make things look a little bit smaller, so that way it looks a lot taller. This is the exact opposite. They made the windows way bigger, way taller. That way it looks smaller. What? Yeah, it's a 3-story building, but it's actually a 5-story building. Get out of here. Yep, you can see as people walk in, you can see, look how tall that door is. They're walking in, that door is very, very, very tall. I'm gonna walk up these windows, you see these giant windows here, making this building look like a 3-story building to match the colonial times, but it's really 5 stories, matching all the other heights of the other countries. Let me show you, I'm gonna come a little bit closer to show you this doors, because that way you can see how tall this is. I mean, these are really tall, look at this. See people walking through right there, look how tall this is. Okay, I'm gonna back up so you guys can see my height. Now for perspective wise, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. But look how, this door is almost, look at this. Look how tall that door is. The door is almost twice, maybe 12 feet tall, super tall door, giving this perspective that that side's a little bit smaller than it really is. That is crazy cool. Yeah, these doors are very, very tall. You got a little bit of a gap there, and then these big, big windows making this building look much shorter than it really is. But it's just as tall as all the other buildings around the World Pavilion. Yeah, that's the number 5, that's the number 2 secret you didn't know here down at Epcot. Forced perspective to make this building look shorter than it really is, because it's 5 stories, it's only supposed to be 3 stories, but they didn't want it to be 3 stories because they really wanted it to be 5 stories. You know, you get the idea. Check it out. All right, now I'm gonna show you one of the coolest things I think here at Epcot. It's an amazing souvenir. It's one of the, let's say the number 1 thing you can do here at Epcot, something most people don't know. But before we get to that, I just wanna say this. If you're thinking about coming down here to Walt Disney World, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, all that, we have a really good friends. They work at called Getaway Today. You can call them at 1-855-GETAWAY, 1-855-GETAWAY. And when you call them, tell them Provost Park Pass sent you, and you're gonna get the very best prices on your tickets. And I mean it, like if you went to Disney and tried to buy your tickets right from Disney, it's gonna be more expensive. These are the best prices. Just be sure to tell them that Provost Park Pass sent you. Also, here's a really cool thing. If you go through Getaway Today and you book your theme park tickets and your hotel, a Disney Resort hotel, they'll give you their concierge service for free. And that means all you have to do is tell them everything you want to do, and they'll make all the reservations for you. They'll take care of everything for you. Most other places charge for that. They're gonna give it to you for free. So that is awesome. All right, guys, now let's move on to the number 1 cool thing here at Epcot that you didn't know. All right, so for the number one cool thing that you didn't know here at EPCOT is we've got to come to the Japan Pavilion. Look at this beautiful bell tower. And we're gonna go right in this building right here. This is a very unique souvenir. Most people don't know about this, and it's a lot of fun. Kids are enjoying this activity. Now, if you guys remember when we first started this, like this 6 cast of summer, one of the first places we visited was Pearl Harbor. And we were in Pearl Harbor, we actually got a pearl, and you can get a pearl here also at EPCOT. It's really cool. They have a little ceremony. You get to choose your oyster, you get to get a pearl, and so I'm gonna show you that amazing experience. As you come inside this building here, you're gonna see all different types of things. They've got like souvenirs, you can see a sign that says Modern Japan, accessories, but really what you wanna look at is right here, Akoya pearls. You can see that the people here have done this. They have a little ceremony where they get the pearls. So you get to reach in and grab your oyster and get a pearl. And here's the whole experience they have here. You can see the little camera so you can see what's going on. I'll tell you what, here's what I'll do. I don't know if this is something if you guys want to see that full experience, but if you do, if this video gets over 117 likes and over 20 people that say pearl, so over 20 comments that say pearl and over 117 likes, I will then come back with Miles and we will do the pearl experience and show you what the whole experience is like of getting a pearl. So yeah, in case if you guys want to see that, we can do that. And if not, if it doesn't get enough, then you just know that the number one coolest thing you didn't know about EPCOT is the pearl experience here in the Japan Pavilion. It's a really cool keepsake you can do with your family and friends. Again though, if we get over 117 likes and over 20 people say pearl, Miles and I will come back and show you the whole experience. You guys are awesome. Hey, I just want to take a quick little moment and talk to you. And yes, I am talking to you. You might think, you're not talking to me. Well, I am. I want you to know how amazing you are. Did you know that? I want you to know that you make the world a better place. And some of you might be going through a difficult time or something's going on. It's just, you don't know why you're struggling. You might be suffering from depression. And I don't know why our society is like this. People have depression sometimes. We just want to say to them like, hey, just snap out of it. Just get better. That's not how it works. If you are suffering and you're having some difficulty and you're having some negative thoughts, I just want you to know I think you're amazing. And it's okay. I give you permission. Find help. Find somebody who can help you out because you deserve to be happy. And you are amazing. I hope you know that. And I honestly believe that with my whole heart. All right, guys. I'll see you in our next video. I am going to jump on the Skyliner here and go back to the hotel where we're staying at. Signal Pop Century. Amanda Miles left to go back and go swimming. Whew. Just got the Skyliner. It's hot here today. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hot and humid. But it kind of feels good. It's people were asking like, what's hotter? Is this or Hong Kong? Hong Kong was way hotter. But this is still pretty hot. Our next video we do is going to be, I'll do Animal Kingdom secrets revealed, and then if we get enough votes, we'll do the Pearl experience. And right behind me, there's Ratatouille, the France Pavilion, and yeah, in just a couple of days, Amanda, Miles, and I will be headed off to Disneyland Paris. We'll be showing you Disneyland Paris, and then from up there to England to show you even more castles. There you can see the Tower of Terror. You can see the back of it, you're like, oh, now you get it. They designed the back of it to look like Morocco. Now it makes sense. You guys, if you could do me a tiny favor, I hate to ask, but it makes me feel so much better. If you can hit the subscribe button, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That is a way, when you do that, that's giving me like the biggest attaboy you could do. That's saying, Chris, we appreciate all the preparation, all the work you're doing for the channel. It means a lot to me. If you like this video, hit the like button. That lets me know you like this type of content. You guys are the best. All right, guys. Tomorrow, Animal Kingdom, and then if we get enough people to vote on this for the Pearl experience, then maybe after that we'll do the Pearl video. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye. EPCOT! EPCOT is amazing! Woo! You guys, I love EPCOT so much. I love it so much. It's amazing and so fun. It's so fun. I love EPCOT.